Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Hey, it's Icarice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting.
Y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale. What's up? What it do? What's up, Dakari Kofi? Yo, my number one listener and one of my longest standing friends. What's happening, y'all? We out here. It's time to holla at the homie. And I'm said homie. 360 the poet. That's THAPOET. Make sure you spell it right because it means something. And we right here live and direct each and every Wednesday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. my time and your respective times in the Central and on the East Coast. You get in where you fit in. So we right here on hot7025fm.com, and we the number one spot for advice online or in person, because that's what we do here. We give advice, or we just give some words to the wise. Words of the wise. What's up, Lucy Lowe? Good to see you over here on the IG side of things. Always hanging in like a hubcap in a fast lane with me out there in this thing. Yep. Y'all see it. Y'all see the Holla at the Homie merch, the apparels. Make sure you get yours. Email me, DM me. If you know me through my wife, then DM or email her, and she'll get you the information that you need. Because I know anybody trying to get that spice in your life, and that smoke. But you know what I'm saying? You know how it is with this merch. There's money on the line, so we under dig. So that's how we do it out here. But this is the number one spot where we kind of give a little bit of a boost to people's information that they have. But I'll let y'all know, and my disclaimer each and every week is I've never been trained professionally in any way, shape, form, or fashion in psychology, psychiatry, counseling, or anything like that. What I am is a self-proclaimed life coach, and I say self-proclaimed because I've proclaimed it myself, and I'm out here in this thing, but I've lived a life that's been colorful. Like I say, it's not always about the colors that I wear, but the colors in which I've been intermingling with throughout life to be able to sponge up that game and squeeze it back out here to y'all, along with my online colleagues who tune in and they tap in as always they do right here, and it's much appreciated on hot7025fm.com and holla at the homie. But we here, y'all. We are in this thing like a wedgie. You know how we do. It's Black History Month, BHM, however you want to label it. it's Black History month all year for some of us, and because we can't escape the history, the past, nor the present. So we got to be able to live Black History all the time, 365, some of us out here. You dig? Meaning the people who actually are black. But, I'm just talking smack. But I want to appreciate everybody out there that's doing big things for this particular month, because it does give us a chance to stand on the front line and be on the forefront and let it be known exactly who we are, what we do, and how we stand up for you. It's only 28 days this year because it's not an Olympic year, so we didn't get the 29th of them this year, but we got 4 weeks strong. 4 7-day sets of being able to say what's up and show this 365 black that we are. But you know how we do. We got letters that come in, and anybody that's interested in sending a letter, you can always hit us up at 702-551-5261 if you've got a question and you wanted to go live, or you can send me an email at hollaattthehomie@gmail.com. That's HOLLAATTHAHOMIE@gmail.com. So that's what we doing. We in this thing like a wedgie, and we're going to dive straight into this letter, because we got a good one coming from somebody today. And this is a question that a few of my friends have said they had to answer themselves before when I presented this online this morning. So here it is. Dear Holla at the Homie, I need some help before Cupid comes knocking. I'm a 46-year-old woman who re-entered the dating world about a year ago, and I've been openly dating with honesty and with intention. Now, I found myself in a situation I didn't quite anticipate. 2 incredible men, both of whom I care for and both of whom know about each other. From the beginning, I've been clear with me exploring my options, but now, coincidentally as Valentine's Day approaches, the pressure is on. Both men have started applying serious heat, making it clear they want exclusivity. They're asking me to choose, and truthfully, I don't know if I can keep them both. But I also don't want to be the one to make the wrong decision or break someone's heart in the process. One man is steady, reliable, and makes me feel safe. The other is exciting and spontaneous and challenges me in ways that I didn't know I needed. I can genuinely see a future with both, just in very different ways. So here I am, torn and worried that no matter what I do, someone is going to get hurt. How do I make this decision with clarity and confidence? And more importantly, how do I let the other man go with grace without crushing his spirit? Signed, Too Many Good Men, Not Enough Time. What's going on, Mike Donardi? Real estate? Whoa, that's a good one right there. Mike Donardi, it sounds like somebody you out there dating, man. She got 2 men, she juggling them, brother. And she trying to figure out exactly what to do with the one that she ultimately makes the choice with, and what to do with the one that she ends up pushing to the side. So, man, damn, what I see your eyebrows raised over there. Oh, an engineer of mine. Okay, I just saw your eyebrows raised. I was like, whoa, you guys have input on that one over there. You know what that is? Oh, I'll keep clicking. Oh, that's what y'all hearing. What's up, Imani? You know how I am. You know, I get one of them nervous clickers. Y'all probably heard all that. You say you like my shirt and you say green equals abundance. Hey, I'm with that. I'm claiming that. I'm with my green chakra and my chakra and all of that. Green does mean abundance. So I'm trying to do the hat, the sweatshirt, all of the above, trying to make it happen out here. So the question on hand today is, what should this woman do? How does she go about this? Breaking it down to these men that she's dating honestly and openly. Man, I'm just saying, people be, take this, take that pen. People be giving you them eyes, like if you don't quit clicking that pen, you know it's a nervous habit. But how does she get rid of, I don't want to say get rid of, but how is she able to break it down and let one of them down with as much ease as possible? So first of all, my lady, I just want to give you your flowers, because, you've been out here honest, you've been upfront, and you've been intentional. Let's start with that, on your dating. And that's something that a lot of people could either strive to try to be like, or some people could either struggle with doing. because the first thing is the honesty that you exhibited. You let it be known. You said both of these men know about each other. So it's not like one know about the other one, but one is in the dark. Because then that's kind of like, I don't know what that's all about. You really kind of still kind of cheating in that realm, right? But if they both know, if everybody in the equation is understanding and know what's going on in the equation, then that honesty is the biggest bubble that, going to end up having to use to either hurt somebody or to fall for somebody. But you've been upfront about it the entire time. But my thing that I want to applaud you the most on is how intentional you've been about dating openly. That's a big applause. I got to give you a clap on that one. You didn't just sneak around. You didn't lead anybody on, and now you got two good men. Oh, there we go. Now you got two good men out here that are stepping up because they see the value in you. That's what I want you to understand first. They both have stepped to the plate because they like, man, I know she's seeing old boy. And I know he like, man, I know the old little buddy over there. You know what I mean? He ain't got what I got to offer. And the other one probably like, old boy, probably over there trying to whisper stuff in her ear. But they see the value in you. So recognize that first, Miss Too Many Good Men, Not Enough Time. Recognize that first. I want you to understand that you don't have to feel bad about this in any way. I want you to feel comfortable in that because the reason that they have stepped up to the plate so vehemently is because they see how valuable you are as a woman in their life. So that means you moving in the right direction, and I respect it and it's understandable that they respect it because it seems like either they've been talking or what's up, Al Rich up in this thing, Superman of the Car Biz. So either they've been talking to each other, what's up, D-Wit, or they've been feeling the similar things coming from your vibe. What'd you say, Monty? You say, I'm taking notes from this anonymous queen. Exactly. So that's the thing. You got to take notes from somebody like this because she has been open. She has been honest, but she's found two good men, she's found two good men that have come to the plate with her and they've loved on her the same way that she's allowed herself to love them independently. So now she's trying to figure out, now they both have said something like, hey, we probably feeling the vibe. What's your question, Lucy Lowe? Who's making her choose? She says, in the letter, it says she had two incredible men that she said from the beginning she'd been clear. She said now they are both putting on pressure on her. She says both men have started to apply serious heat, making it clear that they want exclusivity. So it's coming from both sides. So it's not like one of them like, hey, I'm trying to hurry up and lock you down before you fall for old boy. And, the other one ain't saying like, little buddy probably got your heart, but I got your soul. It's none of that. They both in this thing like, hey, I want you. I need you. What you gonna do about that? They want that exclusivity. What you say? If you were clear before, stay clear now. You hear them? You hear my online colleagues out here, Too Many Good Men, Not Enough Time. They saying if you were clear before, stay clear now. And let me see. You say in your letter here that one man is steady, reliable, makes you feel safe. The other man is exciting, spontaneous, and challenges you in ways. You say, how do I make this decision with clarity and confidence? And more importantly, how do I let the other one go with grace without crushing his heart? What Lucy Lowe is saying is, why you got to let either one of them go? Why don't you help them understand that unless it's you that is wanting to kind of narrow it down a little bit? And if that's the case, as we break it down, you just find out who's really your person, because the reality check is this, right? It's decision time. You can't keep both, or what they're saying is you can't keep both, or they don't want you to keep both, okay? And you don't want to hurt anyone, but somebody is going to get disappointed at least. Somebody's at least going to be, if not hurt, at least disappointed, and that's just the nature of the game. Because at one moment they had something, and in the next moment they're not going to. What you say to Kari Kofi? Simply choose who's best for your future. Whomever has the qualities that you lack, in my opinion, is who you should choose. Be truthful and honest, and the loser will be all right. Hey, and that's part of what I'm about to say something similar to her with that. So I'm glad you own that page. You know, because like I said, in this moment now you have to choose who's your person. You know, you said one of them is steady, reliable, and makes you feel safe. And the other is exciting, spontaneous, and challenge you in ways that you didn't know that you needed, right? The question is, which one of them aligns with with how you want to live? Which one of these two line up? I know you may be like, okay, I want to be steady, but I want to be spontaneous. Nah, that's an oxymoron. That's like a silent scream. So which one of them, because it seems like they give it, they giving you the bubbles or giving you the chicken skin in different ways. So now what is it? Which one of them aligns with how you want to live and walk in your womanhood? You say you 46. So that's, it's younger than me, but it is not a baby anymore. So now, is it you that is saying like you want to get these decisions made and you want to try to check in and tap in with yourself and try to figure out how to decide on which one it is? This is the first step. Figure out who's your person, meaning who lines up, who aligns with how you want to live your future. Like Dakari Kofi said, I'm reading on the screen over to my left over here, right? Dakari Kofi said, which one is going to be better for you in your future? All I'm saying is which one aligns better with you right now moving towards your future. So somewhere in between those two, that's where you can kind of start the process in deciphering who it is that you either going to let down or who it is you're going to lift up to the pedestal of being your side person or your main person. Would you say, I think Queen needs to remain firm in what she wants just because their desires change, ... Okay, I feel you. Chanel Dotmani. I feel you. And that's an excellent point. Like, that's kind of what Lucy Lowe is saying. Like, if you've been clear before, then stay clear now. Chanel Dotmani said, if just because their intentions changed on you, young lady, don't mean that you got to change how you feel. It said it doesn't mean her needs to. Seems like they respected that about her from the jump. So be firm in what she wants. Ooh, see, the ladies are speaking to you. They telling you, girl. Basically what they saying is girl and hair flip. Then they go into what they saying. Stand firm. Stand firm on your beliefs. I ran this by another one of my colleagues last night, and she was like, "Why don't y'all just?" I feel like they should just make it into a throuple, and she went in that direction and like making it into a throuple. Like they both know about each other, so they both want you, so they can both have you. Make it a throuple is what she said. Go into it with that direction. So I'd be remiss if I didn't exhibit what my colleague told me last night when she asked me I was talking about what today's subject was, and she was telling me how she would just say her recommendation would be, well, if they both want me, then we got to make it into a throuple. That's another option. That is an option. Again, you have to find out if all of these, attributes that they offer are what you're looking for. Then together between them, you've created the perfect man, kind of, right? If you think about it. If you get the spontaneity and the reliability and you get the safety as well as the challenge and the excitement, like if you get all of that between the two and you don't get what you're getting from the other one from said vice versa, then that means combine them together. We're all one happy family. But could their ego, I always talk about ego. Whenever the ego becomes in the forefront, ego to me, my acronym for ego is eliminating the greatest outcome. Whenever you let your ego take the lead, you eliminate the greatest outcome. So now are you saying that your ego won't allow you to decide, or are you saying that their egos won't allow them to be a part of this throuple? Think about where that elimination of the greatest outcome could possibly come into play, right? So you thought about this. You wrote me a whole letter. You wrote me a whole letter. So it's not like this is just like, oh, you know what? Let me just run this question by the homie real quick. You know, you actually wrote it down. So with that being said, take some time to make your decision as well. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to allow yourself the time to be able to make these same decisions as carefully as you did going into this relationship. Think about that one for just a bit. What's up, Just Angie Lee? Think about that for just a bit. You know, take some time to make the decision. You've taken the time to be open and honest and upfront and intentional in this relationship. You've taken the time to write down your dilemma and taken the time to email it to me. So you're taking the time. I saw you tuned in, or I saw you tap in over here on Facebook. So you've taken the time to really figure this thing out. Now allow yourself the time to come to the proper decision in regards to these relationships. Because right now it's these relationships, and you're trying to narrow it down to this relationship. Now you've asked, do you make it with one person? I've had people that have said, thrown out there, keep it with 3 people. You know, it's you and 2 others, and it can still be this relationship. Because right now, you're separating them even though they know about each other. So that's kind of where you got to bring it in. You got to, you know, that's like spaghetti, noodles, but then you got the sauce and everything else on top. Yeah, it's still spaghetti. Yeah, it is. But it'd probably be a whole lot better if everything was in the mix together. That's, you know, IMO, in my opinion. I like my spaghetti mixed together. I don't like it separate. I get mad when people make spaghetti and be some cold ass, some warm ass, regular ass noodles, and then this good ass sauce, and then maybe some meatballs or something, everything be in a different pot. Why ain't that all in one big tall pot? That's what this relationship. That's how you may have to look at this relationship. Is it spaghetti? And what part do you play? You the sauce? You the meatballs? What'd you say? What'd you say to Kari Kofi? He said, I'm gonna say this. Be careful. You have a good thing for a good minute. Ain't too many good dudes out there. You've already made the decision. Just be honest with yourself. Don't wait, because you might lose both. Woo! That's a bar too. See, this is what I'm saying. See, I love when the dynamic of it. When sometimes I love when the genealogy. I'm sorry. When the gender is revealed in the letters, right? Because that gives me a chance to kind of see coming from a guy's side, from a girl's side out here, how everybody kind of bringing it in, right? You know, I love when the ladies and the guys come together and give their opinion. See, the ladies are saying like, "Hey, stand firm, girl," and the fellas are saying like, I feel you, and it's been a good thing for a minute, but make a decision. You know, you should be honest with yourself and be honest with both people. And then maybe this decision will come around the way that you're looking for it. Like, you know, like what I was saying, you know, my whole thing is if you're not going to throuple it, and if you are going to make a decision, one or the other, then the way you kind of do it is figure out which one is more aligned with who you want to be and how you want to move moving forward, right? Like, you know, if you think about it, like when you picture your day-to-day life, when you wake up and be like, you know, today my day is going to, you know, some people plan before, some people, you know, fly by the seat of their pants or whatever the case may be. But some people already have it in their picture, in their mind, right? Your day-to-day, beyond the romantic getaways and you know, beyond the date nights, your day-to-day life. Who is in that vision? Which one of these dudes fit in that vision? Is it both of them? Is that vision one happy family and one big ass house? Is it that? You know, or is it excitement guy? Is it reliable guy? Who's in that vision? Who fits into it when you think about your day-to-day life? You know, a lot of people be having, you know, like we always talk about it, you know, back in the day, like when people would have kids by people and, you know, they look good, but then what is their genealogy? Like, you know, because now your kids have some of them, some of you, you know, so now which one of these relationships is some of your present and some of your future? Which one can you see in your day-to-day life every day fitting into that equation? Or for the most part, majority of the time, you know? You know, who do you want to call when something amazing happens? That's a way you can kind of look at it. You know, who's the first? Think of that. Like when you got good news, which one of these dudes would you call first? That's a question you need to ask. You know, which one of them, when you had a stressful day at work, which one is going to receive that the way you need it to be received? When you want to talk about it, who's the first one you want to call to vent about your day? And then most importantly, which one of them makes you feel the best version of yourself? Ooh. Let me rewind that. If I fish that, eat that, eat that. Which one of these dudes make you feel like the best version of yourself? Huh? That's the big question you should ask yourself, Miss Too Many Good Men, Not Enough Time. Which one makes me feel like, you know, not like just like a woman. Which one makes me feel like every time I'm near them, I feel uplifted in my own person. They don't uplift me. It's not like they have to uplift you, but which one makes you feel the most self-assured, the most internally uplifted just being in their presence? Do you have one? Is it both? This is where your decision comes from. Because if it's both, then you really have to have this conversation that the ladies were talking about. Stand firm on what you got going. Who's making you make that decision? You know, but if it's one or the other that does this, then Dakari Kofi said it best. He said it. He said, hey, man, like, you know, I get it. You've been having a good thing going on, but now they both applying pressure. So you got to make a decision. You know, be honest with yourself, be honest with them. But if you don't, then you might mess around and lose both of them. That also is a possibility. That's also a variable in this equation. You know, how is that mathing in your head and in theirs? You've been open and honest this whole time. So if you feel that way already, like, dang, y'all, what's up? I thought we was good, you know. I was ready to see if we want to Brady Bunch this thing. If that's how you were really feeling until they started applying this pressure, then let that be known. Still be honest with them. Still be open with them. You know what I mean? Don't hold that back from them. Make sure they know that that's how you still feel. What's going on with fresh eyes? You know, let them understand that that's how you still feeling. And if they're not, or if one is kind of still feeling that way and the other one's not, then maybe it's time to change out, you know what I mean? Rotate your tires, per se. Maybe it's time. You got to balance and rotate your tires. And sometimes that means the spare got to come out. You know? But then would you feel bad by going to grab somebody else when you know that one of the ones that's agreeable wants you for himself too? So these are all the Libras we are forced with when we dealing with a situation like this. Because it's all about feelings. Because your main question was, you said, how do I make this decision with clarity and confidence? But most importantly, how do I let the other man go with grace without crushing his spirit? Crushing his spirit means you're considerate of his feelings and how he feels and, you know, what's going through his mind after this conversation is had, whichever one it is. Whether it's excitement guy and safety, or is it safety guy? Is it excitement guy or safety guy? You know, which one are you going to let down? If either. Because like my online colleagues say, girl, keep it pushing. Don't stop now. Why stop now? You know, just because like Chanel Monty said, she said, just because their intentions have changed, ... that don't mean yours have had to change as well. You know, real spit. And that's an open and honest, like you've been from the beginning, an upfront way to bring it to the table. You know? Because, like, here's the thing. Excitement and spontaneity, like, you know, it's all fun. It's fun. But if they come with inconsistency, then that's something to think about. If this person is exciting and spontaneous, but he's not consistent, you put that on the scale. Boom. Okay. That goes on the other guy's side. He's got consistency weighs heavy with me. You know, if that's one of the things that you value. Because again, like I said, rewind back to the beginning, they're asking you or they're applying this pressure because they see the value in you as a woman in their life, right? So that's why the pressure is coming. Because anything that's valuable, we want to have more of it around us. It's more beneficial to us for things of value to be in our presence. Notice I never said that we want to possess anything. Nobody own anybody. I don't even care if you're married. Nobody own nobody, right? You know, but, you know, if it's valuable, if it's something that you value, you want to put it around you and keep it around you more often. So that's why they're applying this pressure. So, you know, if inconsistency is a red flag for you, and that comes along with the spontaneous guy, then that's something to think about. But on the flip side, like, stability is great and, you know, it feels good. But if it feels predictable and uninspiring, then what? That's also a factor. You know, you're looking for balance. So who brings you peace and passion? Who has the most qualities that bring you towards a balance of peace and passion, right? Because that's what it sounds like you're looking for. You want the peace of mind of the safe and reliable, steady guy, but you want the passion and the excitement of the spontaneous and courageous and challenging guy. So you really just want a balance of peace and passion. And now it's up to you to decide whether that's from one or the other or both. Which one? Is it from, I'm steady and reliable? Is it from, let's go ride? Or is it from, I'm steady and reliable rider? What is it? What's best for you? Give yourself that amount of space and respect and clarity and honesty to be able to say, this is what I feel is best for me. Because you said you got two amazing men. You know, it says two incredible men, both of whom I care for and both of whom know about each other. So right now, you living your life. You are living it. You don't care what nobody think about what you got going on, and that's beautiful. So still don't let anybody determine or help you to decide on, I mean, not, of course, you know, call on us here at Holla at the Homie, but I'm saying, like, nobody that's in the equation force you or lead you in any way. Let your heart be your guide. Let your conscience and your mind be your guide. Like, realistically thinking, who do I see myself, or what situation do I see myself in next year? You know? And if you still see yourself in this open relationship next year, say that. Say that. And that'll help them to decide on what they want to do. Now is not the time to stop being upfront the way you were in the beginning. Now is not the time for you to stop being honest. You know? This is the time when you double down on those. Double downs on your intentionalities with these men, if that's the way you feel. Regardless of how you feel. Like, now, even if you feel like, you know what, I'm ready to be more stable, secure, so I got to let my fun one, my challenging one who makes me, you know, push myself to the limits, I'm willing to sacrifice that for this. If that's how you truly feel, but still be open and honest with the one who's like, you know what, thank you for always bringing it to the table and making me feel like I can do more with me, however you want to verbalize it. Thank you for challenging me. Thank you for keeping me excited. Thank you for keeping me young. Whatever it is that he does, be thankful for him. Be honest with him and let him know that it's, help him understand that it's not something that he did wrong. That's how you'd be honest and kind and do it with gratitude and respect. Tell him the truth. Tell him you care about him. Let him know this decision wasn't easy. Not like you just came to the decision like, oh, that's it. It's a wrap. I'm done. It's over. Take the L out of lover. It's over. It's not that. Let him know that this decision wasn't easy. That you just had to follow your heart though. Right? And that's all you're really doing. Even if you bring them both to the table, be like, look, man, gentlemen, this decision wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for me to bring y'all here and say this. And I hope y'all don't think I'm being greedy by saying this. I'm just letting y'all know I'm following my heart. And my heart is telling me that this is the way I want to move, or this is the way I need to move to maintain my happiness. Make sure if you do let one of them go, that let them know that your decision didn't have anything to do with, their inadequacies in any way. Like it wasn't enough for me at this point. Nah, it just means that the connection with the other person is more where your heart landed. Again, blame it on your heart and not just the thoughts that came to head. What up, Double J? Blame it on your heart and not just the thoughts. Because if you've been in this open relationship this whole time, you said that you care for both of these men. You care, so your heart is invested in both of them. And they know about each other, so their heart is invested in you enough to say, look, I'm willing to I care for her enough that I'm willing to share her with this other person. And only due to the fact that she's been honest with me. She's been upfront and intentional with me. And that's what you've done. So if you want to keep the party going, then still be upfront, honest, and intentional. Let them know why you did it that way. Let them know why you chose to still want to keep rocking with both of them. If you didn't see anything wrong with being with him in the first place, don't feel like there's anything wrong with still wanting to be with him now just because they've decided that they wanted to some exclusivity. Because usually it's normally in these situations, it's normally one side that's applying pressure. But you said both sides. So I think they didn't talk to each other. Well, shoot, I think she want me more. I think she want me more. And again, y'all know this. I say it all the time I get a chance to. The male ego is a Fabergé egg. It's so delicate. Ooh, it's so delicate. Man, the male ego is fragile. You heard me? Man, listen. I'm not man bashing. I'm just a man telling how it is. Our ego is fragile, extremely fragile, right? So maybe theirs have been activated in some way, but they don't want to get out of pocket because the party been going on for, so well for so long. So they just want to see and check, man, let's see where her head is at. They may be trying to get a throuple thing going on, and they just want to see what your move is. They didn't want to be disrespectful and ask you. So on one side, you could be like Dakari Kofi said and be careful. You got a good thing going on, so be honest and intentional up front with them like you have been, but don't wait too long because you might lose one. Lucy Lowe and Chanel Monty said just because their intentions change, why do yours have to? Do they have to? These are all different perspectives and ways you can look at it. Again, I never tell anybody what to do. I just try to supply options of what can be done. And this is something that can be done. A good man will respect the fact that you honest with him. If they as good men as you say they are, they'll respect the fact that you honest with them. Right? You know, he might, you know, the one, I don't want to say the loser, but the one who you decide to sever, he may be hurt. Yeah, he might need some space. You know what I mean? So don't be all up on him. You know, I'm so sorry. That's my thing. Like, when people do something bad to you or something that hurts you and they want to keep apologizing to make sure that you got their apology, you know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't do that, because that means your apology wasn't genuine. You only apologizing all these multiple times to make sure you're forgiven. So, but if he needs that space, allow him that. You know? If you drop this news in their lap and they both need space to think about it, allow them that. You know, just because y'all been rocking together for so long, don't just, you know, if y'all ain't with it, then, you know, oh well. I'm pretty sure I can find two more who are. You know, don't do that. Because then that the value that they see in you, in their eyes, will be depreciated. Again, male ego is fragile. But perception is everybody's perception is their own reality. You know, so, you know, it's okay to let people down with, you know, grace and with, you know, with ease and with love if you decide to. But make sure you're not letting yourself down in trying to decide on which one you're going to be with. I want to make sure you're making, because I never even really thought about it, like how the ladies are actually saying it on here today. Like, don't get me wrong, I considered it when I was talking to my colleague last night. But after I talked to her, I didn't really think that, you know, maybe this is just how, from that perspective, this would be looked at. Like, why do you have to cut anybody off just because they want you to? You know, I didn't look at it from that way. And looking at it from that perspective, it does offer a different take on it. Like, the party been rocking this long. You've been happy. You say you care for both of these men. So it's not like, you know, it's just, you know, some wham, bam, thank you, ma'ams, or even if it is some of that, if that's what you need in your life right now, whatever. Again, I don't own a gavel, so I don't judge, right? I'm just saying, like, whatever it is that they're supplying you now, it seems as if it's fulfilling some gaps in your life. So why take the putty off the bricks? If you stable in your life and you happy in your life, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? That's what the old parable or saying goes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it don't fit, don't force it. Just relax and let it go. Don't rock the boat. Who sang that song? Was that Gladys Knight? Who was it? Don't rock that boat, baby. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just relax and let it go. Don't rock the boat. I forgot. I think that might have been Gladys Knight and the Pips. Maybe so. Somebody let me know. Check my music on that. JJ, you probably know. But if it don't fit, don't force it. Just relax and let it go. Midnight Star? Whoa. Not slow jam. Not slow jam group. Midnight Star. Dang, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, don't rock the boat. So keep that thing pushing. You know, like the comedian said, shush, y'all were born. You ain't nothing but 2 years younger than me, woman. But like you know, like the thing was going, like if it's going the right way, then why take it off the rails per se? You know, find a way to openly, honestly, and upfront with all the best intentions in mind, find a way to communicate how you truly feel. And don't just take it on the chin. What's up, Sherry Berry? What's up? I am Courtney. You know, it's like, don't just take it on the chin and say, like, you know what? You right, guys. I need to be with just one of y'all. Let me figure out who that's going to be. Unless that's how you really feel. If you done with the open dating, then by all means, if this is a way to help you get to where you want to be and the decision you want to make, then I'm thankful to be here to help you with that. But if it also helps you understand, excuse me, if it also helps you understand that this is what's fulfilling this portion of your life, whether it be romantically, whether it be sexually, whether it be emotionally, like I said before, if it's still working in your favor, then why depreciate your favor? You know, I know you got people out there be like, well, it's a godly thing to do. People always want to judge and tell you, you know, what's the godly thing to do. They ain't married yet, so you ain't saying nothing about that part. You ain't saying nothing about that part. They out there smashing right now. And I know she ain't just dating 2 men and be like, ain't nobody getting none. And everybody okay. Come on. 46? That's in my wheelhouse. Ain't nobody rocking like that. So don't get religious on me. Say, well, it's the godly thing to do. No. The Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you. So let my inner me be out to your inner you. You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is like this, you know, how do you make this right? How do you make this right? First, figure out what right is for you. You know? And don't drag it out. Don't drag it out. Like if you gonna cut one of them off, don't be like, you know, let me think about this and I'll get back to y'all. And don't send no text like, you know, I need to figure things out. So, rain check on this conversation and don't ghost nobody. Don't ghost anybody. You know what I mean? That's so disrespectful and rude to the whole situation. Don't ghost anybody because 1, would you want that to happen to you? 2, that's the cowardly way out. That's the cowardly way out, man. Like to try to just tap out, like, you know, hold that little one church finger up and dip out silently and slowly, hoping nobody see you or not to disturb what's going on. You know, so don't ghost anybody, you know. So, you know, and if the person you let down reacts extremely poorly, you know, if they react poorly and they get all angry and mad and get to breaking stuff and throwing stuff around and ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, there's your signal. They let you know. What's the old saying? If people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Because people show their true colors sometime, man. And when they show, they be shining through. They be shining through. You may have a coat of some other good stuff on top. Yeah, you coated up with the best of the shellac black. But, man, them true colors will shine through, Jack. So if he acts, you know, poorly, then that lets you know. You dodged one. You dodged a bullet. You dodged a chin check. We had somebody at the gig the other day get fired on his second day, and he went up to the locker room and started tearing up stuff. Like, tow up the whole little cubbies where we keep all our little stuff, tow it up like with a hammer or something. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I ain't like I would have done that. I ain't mess with no crazy is crazy. I don't mess with crazies. But, you know, in turn, we dodged one. I didn't even know what the dude looked like. He wasn't there long enough. He was there. You got to be a stupid mofo to get fired on your second day on your second day anyway. But I'm just saying, like, so if this person reacts poorly, then that lets you know who they are and where they were thinking in the first place, right? You know, you got everything you know about them, and it lets you know that you were right for making that decision. And before I dip, you know, I still got a few more minutes. I just want you to know you deserve. Let me rewind back to all this. You know, like I said in the beginning, I wanted to give you your flowers, Miss Too Many Good Men, Not Enough Time, because I want to give you your flowers because of your honesty. I want to give you flowers because of your upfrontness. I want to give you flowers because of your intentionality. And you deserve to feel however you want to feel on every level because of those things. IMO, in my opinion. You know, so don't beat yourself up because you feel a certain way or, you know, you're starting to think a certain way, whether it's emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You know what I mean? Trust yourself. Trust the fact that you know who you are and the fact that the decision you make aligns with what you want your future to be. Know that in yourself. Like you said, you 46. So you've learned some things. You've been a couple corners in your life. Like I say, it's not old, but it's not a spring chicken anymore. So understand that you deserve to feel how you want to feel. And I mean that in every way. If you want to feel bad, then you deserve to feel bad. If that's how you want to feel. If you want to feel good, you deserve to feel good. Because you're putting things in place that allow you to be in that mind state, right? And not just because somebody's applying pressure, but you're making these decisions because it aligns with you as a whole. It aligns with who you are as an individual and where you see yourself. And know that if you let somebody know and you let somebody go with honesty and you let somebody go with kindness, and let them know by the best way to show respect is to embrace and talk about and discuss all that y'all shared. So it's okay to do that. If in the event you got to break somebody off, cut somebody off, talk about what y'all shared and show appreciation for it. And that's how you do it with, your question was, how do you do it with grace and without crushing their spirit? In my opinion, that's how you do it. By experiencing, reliving, not really reliving them, but letting them know what you appreciated out of the experiences that y'all had. And the respect for them allowing you to be the honest and open and upfront person that you were with them. Right? But that's about it for today's episode, y'all. And if you ever find yourself in a situation which you need the questions answered, you know what to do. Email me. If you got my phone number, text me. If you DM me. But you can always email me at holla@thehomie@gmail.com, whether you want merch or whether you got a question for me. That's HOLLAATTHAHOMIE@gmail.com. I've been the homie, baby, 360 the poet. And as always, until I breathe on y'all again, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I'ma holla at y'all in a minute.
Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
on hot 7025fm.com.